Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be the full second half of the day of East Coast Watercross in Lake Alfred, Florida. This is Charles Ginchard running the live stream, courtesy of East Coast Watercross, SBT, Small Block Technologies. Hydro Flyer, I believe, is also a sponsor of this event, as well as Commander Industries. We've got over 75 riders signed up here.
All right, we're going live. Once again, just kind of getting things going. Make sure we're all dialed in. Course marshals are ready. Once again, if your friends and family are not with us here and they're in another state or county or town, eastcoastwatercross.com, we are streaming live. Oh, yeah. I hear you, Mikey.
All right, it looks like we've already got some folks tuning in. For those of you there, it really helps us out if you like, comment, share it. All that stuff you hear when you're watching videos goes a long way to help us with the algorithm. The purpose of these live streams is to get more eyeballs on our sport. If you've ever been out to one of these races, you probably noticed everybody here is either a father, a mother, a brother, a boyfriend, a girlfriend of a racer. We want to grow the spectators. So all you can do to like, comment, subscribe to Charles Ginchard Photography on YouTube, share this video on Facebook, show folks that we can get views, that people want to see these races. That makes it easier for the promoters to get sponsors. That makes it easier for the racers to get sponsors. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. I'll try my best to make it go smooth.
All right, so this is Moto 11.
If there are any technical difficulties, I will put the stream back up at East Coast Watercross Facebook page.
Race number 11 from that first set of motos, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. Once again, I'd like to welcome everybody who's listening in on the live stream. Mike and David, your hosts here for this afternoon. Glad everybody could go to the East Coast Watercross Facebook page and click on the live stream. Nice day. Really turned out to be a nice day here in Lake Alfred. You know, woke up yesterday morning, it was 40 degrees. You know, last Sunday we broke a record here in Florida. It was 91 degrees. So, you know, this is kind of like our weather's been kind of like throwing out the Powerball, you know. We're up here some days, we're down there the other days. Course Marshal Randy, Course Marshal Kevin, Scott out there with us today. As everybody gets jockeys back to their positions. Welcome back from the break. We're on the set of motos here, starting off with the Pro-Am Sport Spec class. 11 riders in this class. And winner of, I believe, the first moto was Hayden Skellett from Northport, Florida, sponsored by Skellett Motorsports, Wade Chapin Performance, and Action Kawasaki, as well as Tim Judge. He's on boat number 296. Joining 296 down there on the starting line, we got boat number 669, Bobby Cardone out of Punta Gorda, Florida. Sponsored by G Racing, Callis Performance, and Fizzle. Boat number 222 is Tom Keller out of West Park, Florida. Sponsored by Team Ruthless and Pug Custom Cycles. Boat number 72 from Florida. Sponsored by Team USA. That's Johnny Smith. Boat number 66 is James Hill out of Apopka, Florida. Boat number 59, Caden Baldwin, who took a second in Moto number 1 from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Sponsored by Champion Power Sports. You need a holder? Oh, he's got Tori? Okay. Boat number 58, Anthony Corson out of North Salem, New York. We've got Kristen Hasty out of Newport Richey, Florida. She'll be on boat number 55. And finally, taking a third in the first moto was Devin Farding from Ackworth, Georgia. Sponsored by Monster Energy, Yamaha, and Farding Racing. And Kayla Pliska. Sponsored by Watcon.com for Watercraft and Jet Drive. She'll be on the number 7. As we get set to go here with the second half of the day. Hope everybody enjoyed the lunch break. Don't forget, got that party at Barrel 239 tonight. You can join us down there. We're going to be there about 7 o'clock. Got some live entertainment, indoor, outdoor seating. They got food, you know. And I've got half drink tickets. So if you're going, come on up and see me. We got some half-off drink tickets for everybody.
Where's that, right here in town, Mikey?
Yeah, right downtown Winter Haven, probably no less than 10 minutes from here.
Need some holders? Need some holders?
All right, so beer's coming up and grabbing a holder here.
Yeah, if anybody can hold, we got Corson up there on the 58. I think that's Corson.
Yep. So it looks like as we take a look here, Hayden Skellett, winner of Moto number 1 from that inside pole. And that means Caden Baldwin, who took second place, will be our outside pole. Keller coming off the boat late in that last one. We're running in for most of the race. I believe he ended up in about 4th or 5th place. He's down there on the triple deuces. Next, Kristen Hasty on the double nickels.
Once again, a nice shout out to SBT.com for sponsoring this event, and others within the East Coast Watercross. This is a first for us down here in Florida. Just want a big shout out to them. If you looking for some jet ski parts, shop SBT.com. Check them out. We just appreciate their support.
Yeah, I'll tell you that they really go in the distance for a lot of different personal watercraft series this year. SBT, CJ, Greg, and all the guys and gals over there helping us out as we get set to go here. Second half of the day. Welcome to Lake Alfred. We're in Winter Haven, Florida, folks. We're at the Lions Club as the Wicked Princess in control up there on the Tower of Power. And this is the sports spec class. Got the lighting system up. And it looks like it's going to be Skellett on the inside. Skellett holds his position on the inside. And it looks like Devin Farthing in second place on the inside. Trying to get a number on the outside. I'm thinking it's possibly Baldwin on boat number 59 as your leaders come down the front straightaway. Once again, your race leader is Hayden Skellett. Followed by Farthing. And there is boat number 59. Caden Baldwin, and those three were your top three from the last race. Johnny Smith back there in the 4th spot. Corson in 5th. So it ended up being a beautiful day here. Just a little overcast for those of you who may be watching on the live stream. Current temperature just about 63, 64 degrees. Beautiful day for racing. No wind, and I tell you what, man, that's what helped us out big time. You know, if it was windy and this cold, we'd all be having issues. But, man, this is absolutely beautiful, David.
Big difference from yesterday. We had about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, and whew, it was a bit chilly out here for my liking, but I like this. If it stays like this, Mikey, these boats like it too. I mean, they're gulping up that dense air. I mean, you got a little humidity down here, but not too bad.
Yeah, especially these two strokes, you know, and the water's not warm yet, so the water's still a little bit cold, so the motors are running really good. You'll see an example of that when these guys and gals come back out for the Sport GP class. We're sitting right next to each other. We couldn't even hear each other talking during that Sport GP class. There's only like 7
that was crazy. That was crazy. A lot of fast boats, a lot of big boys in that class.
Great times, man. I'll tell you, East Coast Watercross kicking off the 2025 season here, and great to have them host them here in Florida, in Central Florida, which is I am fortunate enough to make my home only about an hour north of here.
Mike, you don't even have to get up. You don't even have to get up early for this race.
No, that's what I told Seth. You know, I rode down with Seth Wadler from the Cayman Islands, and I said, Seth, we could sleep in till 7.
Not bad, not bad.
Right.
Once again, Junior WX 1050 are up on deck. Junior WX 1050. Please make your way to the starting line.
Yeah, juniors to be back out here. Spoondog Light, Cameron Spooner, winner in Moto number 1. As we take a look at our race leader, now going by the SBT start-finish line, Hayden Skellett. He's got just short of a straightaway lead over Devin Farthing. Farthing had a tough road to hoe that last race. Started in last position with a dead engine, worked his way up to second, came off the boat, and then worked his way all the way back up to third again, so still hit the podium in the first set of motos. Now there's your wild card right there that just went by. 222, Tommy Keller, just able to get past Corson. And Keller rode brilliantly. He was in second place pretty much the whole first row, and then came off of his boat with about a minute left.
Yeah, he had a great ride. It really, once again, running 12 minutes or 8-minute motos, or 10-minute motos, I should say, for these guys. You start to get into that 8-9 minute mark, and it puts its toll on you. Luckily enough, we got this lake's pretty flat, and it takes a lot less out of you than when you're running in 3-4 foot chop.
It's funny. That's why I explain this to a lot of people. It's like it takes a hat trick, for you to win a race. You've got to be in good physical condition, right? Your boat's got to be able to make it to the finish line. But then you also got to have the mental capacity, because when you're talking about you get into the latter stages of the races, you're just kind of in your routine. I'm just going through the motions. That's when you lose track of the race. So, it's the mental fitness, I think, has a lot to do with it.
I think a lot, too, playing it safe and playing it, when you're feeling that fatigue and not, when you're in the place, you're not fighting for a position and just playing it safe. A lot of the times that can work to your benefit. You got people battling in front of you, and they're pushing each other, and sometimes it works to your advantage too. So it's a little bit of a chess game out there for sure.
Well, speaking of a chess game, looks like Farthing back on the gas, and he picked up about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds on that last lap, and you can see him chasing Skellett down over there on the right-hand side of the track. Then too, starting to separate a little bit from Caden Baldwin.
Yeah, Farthing, let me see if he can reel him in on this back straight. Might be gaining a little bit, but we're early in the race, 7 minutes left.
Team USA's Johnny Smith back there in the 4th spot, boat number 72. Glad to see Johnny and Adrian out here in the pits today. As the juniors, 1050 class, working their way to the starting line.
Skellett's still out front there, and behind him, Farthing coming down that front straight. Baldwin in the 3rd position, making their way to the right-hand side of the course.
This is similar to what happened that last race when Skellett caught up to the lap traffic. He had a little bit of issue getting through those lappers, and that put Caden Baldwin, Tom Keller right back into it. We'll see if the same thing happens here and see if he can get by these lappers. So just over 6 minutes left to go as the Wicked Princess gets out the courtesy flags. I've seen Course Marshal Kevin out there giving him a whistle, like somebody may have missed a buoy over there on the right-hand side of the track, and I'm keeping an eye on the Joker buoy out there too. Jet X Joker buoy out on the far right-hand side of the track. That's the tetrahedron that you see out there. See, you learned a new word today, didn't you? Tetrahedron. I had to learn that because that's what we use in aquacross.
Can you repeat that?
Tetrahedron, yeah, exactly. It's almost like a tongue twister. Skellett's still your race leader, but again, look at that gap closing. And again, he's gotten slowed down just a little bit by trying to get past these lappers, Skellett, and here comes Farthing. Farthing climbing right back into this one. Only about 1.5, 2 seconds in between first and second place here with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Once again, it's be the last call for our junior ski. Last call for the junior ski. We've got a couple of you up here. I know we're missing a couple, but juniors, we are just over 4 minutes left to go. So we need you down here to the starting line. Thank you for your cooperation in advance. Well, I'll tell you, here comes Caden Baldwin. You can see Farthing feeling the heat, taking a look behind him. So Baldwin pressing 1 and 2 right now. He's waiting for a slip, trip, a bobble, anything. As the juniors come up to the line. So again, only 5 seconds between first and third place right now. And still a lot of time left on the clock. Over 3.5 minutes left.
Can change in a heartbeat, that's for sure, Mikey. 3.5 minutes left. Still on the left-hand side of the course. Farthing trying to reel Skellett in. Real tight. About 5-6 boat lengths back.
That lap looked like Caden just a little bit off of the pace. As the top two have about a 3-second gap in between second and third place right now as they head on to the right-hand side of the track. You can see the top three pretty much separated from the rest of the pack. Johnny Smith, I had him in fourth, just coming off of the bottom left-hand side of the track, exiting the outside split. There's Smith right there, boat number 72. You know, it's amazing. You talk to some of these boat riders and you ask them, you know, when I interview them, I like to ask them, how did you come up with your number? You know, I mean, and, you know, it's funny. I remember interviewing Johnny Smith several years ago, and he lives right off of I-95 here on the East Coast. And he said, well, my exit number was 72. So I said, if I put that on my boat, I'll never forget my exit number. So Johnny Smith, he is number 72 because that's what exit he lives off of. Little 411 for everybody out there. Master of useless trivia.
That's all right. Makes sense to me. We're not getting any younger, Mikey. You know, so you need all the help you can get. You know.
I do crosswords in the morning. Not cross.
Amen.
So your top two still right in there together. Let's see if Devin opts to go to the outside. Yeah, he's going to go to the outside. He's following Skellett to the outside right now. Baldwin, I believe, let's see where he goes. He's also going to go to the outside. So your top three all getting ready to exit that outside split. Here we go, down the front straightaway. A .45 left on the clock. So junior 1050 ski on the line, and only a couple laps left to go here. Our second moto for race number 11 of the morning. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Put your dancing shoes on. Once again, I'd like to say a special thanks to our good friends from Short Block Technologies, title sponsor here. And thanks to the Lions Club for hosting this great event. Course and making a pass through the SBT start-finish line, as does Keller. And in here comes your race leader, followed closely by Farthing, Skellett, and Farthing. Again, only about a second half in between first and second place. It looks as though Kate has the pace a little bit. You got a back marker between second and third. Here comes third place through the SBT start-finish line. Number 59 from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, Caden Baldwin, sponsored by Champion Power Sports. So far it's been the Skellett Farthing show with a side of Baldwin. As your race leader, I believe, is lapped up to 5th place right now at this point.
Coming in some lap traffic here. The white flag is out. Skellett still up front. This might be Farthing's opportunity to get by Skellett. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point. John Block standing right here. Oh, that was so close.
A little bobble on that.
Farthing looked like he was on a Bronco at the rodeo, didn't he? He was trying to stay on Thunderbolt for 7 seconds there. But it looked like he was going to be able to make that pass. And John just brought up a good point. It looked like Skellett was starting to get just a little bit tired as you see him starting to sit on that seat. And that ain't a big seat there on that Yamaha Wave Blaster.
No, not at all.
Meanwhile, Farley's charge. Again, still got some lap traffic to contend with here. Skellett coming from that inside, and look, Farley got him.
Oh,
Farley got him.
Wow, Skellett taking a risk on the inside. Oh my gosh!
Wow,
and didn't pay off.
You know, normally the inside would taste a lot quicker, closer to the finish line. You know, so you always take it on the last lap. But
that's a tight inside, though, Mikey. It's a tight inside.
Wow, so a tough break there for Skellett, who took the win in Moto number 1. Farthing took a third in Moto number 1. That's going to give him a 4. Skellett with a 1-2 gives him a 3. And then Baldwin with a 2-3 going to give him a 5. So that's going to be your top 3 tonight. Only doing 2 motos, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 2 motos.
2 motos, yeah. So
well, today this is the last moto for the day.
This is the last moto for the day. Correct.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going back to the top of the order, which is race number 1. And in Moto number 1, Cameron Spoondog Spooner was able to take the win. We'll see if he can back it up with another win here in Moto number 2. Spoondog Light also won the junior sport class. So good stuff. And after this race right here, we will be going back to some interviews. For those of you that are watching in on the live stream. See if maybe we could get Devin Farthing over here and talk to Devin and ask him about what was going through his mind. You know, he was on the outside split, Skellett on the inside split, was able and take the. So once again, if you guys see Devin Farthing, please send him up here to announcing. You guys see Dev Dog?
Need a couple holders. Couple holders down in the start line. McCluggage looking for, I think that's McCluggage.
Yeah, I see some of these youngsters with 2 holders and a couple of them with 1 holder.
I think that's an option, right, Mikey, in that?
I like to see there's a lot of father-sons down there. I see a father-daughter combo down there. Pretty cool, you know, when the whole family comes out to race. Everybody gets involved. That's one of the things I love about personal watercraft racing. A lot of people don't realize, you know, that this is really a family-based sport, you know. I mean, a lot of family.
It's one of the greatest things about it, Mikey. I mean, I think over the years that I've been involved in it, it's just great to see the young people that, you know, back when I was starting in the late 90s, and these kids are, you know, in their, you know, they're adults now, but now they're having kids and watching get them kids out on the skis. It's really a great thing to see. It really is.
Yeah, this place, this Lions Park here in Lake Alfred, really storied history with personal watercraft racing. Last race here was the Hydro Drags a couple of years ago, which has moved down to South Florida. And here we go, the Wicked Princess looking down the line, 10 minutes plus a lap here in this junior 1050 class. And we are going green. It looks like Mac McCluggage getting a good jump on the outside. And it looks like Mac going to make it stick. Oh, look at that. Boom. On the inside, Spoondog Light. Remember I told you earlier today, you know, these guys and gals are juniors out there, but it looks like the Expert Ski Modified from back in the day. I mean, these kids are riding on the rail. And Spoondog Light, that inside split. Spoondog Light out of Dania Beach, and there comes Mac McCluggage. Cash McClure, boat number 33, rocking the 3rd spot. So once again, these riders that you see out here on the course right now from the ages of 10 to 15 years of age. Race number 2, Moto number 2 is coming up next, and looks like we got a down rider out there at the top left-hand side of the track. It looked like boat number 595 that went down for a water sample there. That is Sebastian Wilcox out of New Hampshire. And Spoondog Light with about a 4.5 second gap between he and Mac McCluggage, boat number 116. Cash McClure still holding on to that third spot on boat number 33. Going back a little bit further. In the fourth spot, I believe, is Braden Dill, boat number 114 out of Naples, Florida, sponsored by Judge Motorsports, Wade Chapin Performance, and Exotic Signs. Great to catch up with Wade Chapin during the lunch break. Boy, I'll tell you, we've been to a lot of races together throughout the years. Glad that everything is okay with the shop. He said they had some bad damage when the tornado come through, so glad that everything is going better there at Wade Chapin Performance. Spoondog Light, your race leader, the blue, number 23, going past the SBT start-finish line, and Mac McCluggage, he has got his gun sights set on Spoondog Light. Mac McCluggage, you guys that are friends on Facebook and you see what he does, he rides sport bikes, and he's, I believe, headed over to Spain after this year, and going to be competing series over there in Europe. So I believe that might be Sebastian Wilcox coming in. I see the yellow flag is out there, and he is on the gaff as Course Marshal Kevin going to bring him through the track, get him out of harm's way. As the top two over there onto the right-hand side of the track, it's still boat number 23 out in front, 116 in second as they come through the SBT start-finish line. And it looks like Spoondog Light has opened up the gap to about 6 seconds, as we've got about 7 minutes left to go here in this junior 1050 ski class. Once again, coming up next will be race number 2, and moto number 2 for race number 2. I believe is one of our runabout classes. We'll go and tell you a little bit more about that. Once again, if anybody sees Devin Farthing wandering around the pits, please send him up here to announcing. Once again, like to get an interview in between this race and the next race with the winner of the last race. So again, as we pointed out to Riders Meeting, if you win your moto, please come on up here and see me as soon as you can. Again, we appreciate that in advance. Spoondog Light dealing with some back markers over here on the right-hand side of the track. Got a whole straightaway lead now on Mac McCluggage. And McCluggage in the attack position as he takes a look over at Wicked Princess, who is making sure that we are on time. Again, race number 11 was race number 1, the second half of the motos. So race 2 is coming to the line, moto number 2 for them. And this is actually race number 1, moto number 2 for them. Spoondog Light trying to stay perfect in this junior class. He's led every lap so far. Comes out next to Braden Dill, boat number 114 out of Naples, Florida. These guys all these youngsters been practicing together down at Markham Park. And now you got, looks like one, possibly now 2 back markers in between Mac McCluggage and your race leader, Spoondog Light, boat number 23 out of Dania, Florida. Alrighty, so once again, only about under 5 minutes left to go here in this second moto for the junior class. And as soon as this moto is done, we're going to be talking to winner of the Sport Spec class, moto number 2, Devin Farthing. As the courtesy flags are out, so obviously less than 5 minutes plus 1 to go. We got 4 minutes, 30 seconds for those of you who may be listening in on the East Coast Watercross live stream. Again, you can go to their Facebook page. If you got some friends at home that you want them to watch, just tell them to go to the Facebook page and click on the live stream link. And once again, special thanks to Charlie, who's up there. Charles in charge doing the live stream. We'll talk a little bit more about that here during the next race as the courtesy flags getting ready to go away. as we approach 4 minutes plus a lap. Once again, I'd like to say a very special thanks to Short Block Technologies, HydroTurf, Black Tip. Tell you some of the best seat covers and tray mats that you can get. And they are the title sponsor, so remember to support those who support the sport. And nobody does it like SBT. So I'm taking a look. Once again, you're watching the second race here, the second half of the day. Glad everybody could join us here through the lunch break. Once again, we're going to talk to winner of the second Moto Sports Bet class as soon as we drop the checkered flag here in this one. And in command is boat number 23, Cameron Spooner, a.k.a. Spoondog Light out of Dania Beach. Sponsored by the Hairy Kiwi. Don't look at me like that. I did not make that up. That's what it says on my sheets. I know you guys are saying, Mike, you're full of sheets. I get it. Great day for racing here in Lake Alfred. Once again, had some bad weather threatening a little earlier this week. Thing kind of moved out just in time for our expression session today as we approach 2 minutes. And your race leader starting to walk away with this one. The only rider on the right-hand side of the course right now is Cameron Spooner. So here comes, I believe, Mac McCluggage, boat number 116. That is your second place rider now coming through the SBT start-finish line. Mac McCluggage making his debut here. Closed course, personal watercraft racing. Of course, y'all know his dad, the GOAT. Chris out here supporting his son along with Rachel, his mom. Rachel, a great racer, too. I don't know if a lot of you youngsters know, but Rachel was a world champion out in Lake Havasu as well. So Mac McCluggage comes from some good breeding stock, let's just say that. As we get set to go here, the runabouts starting to work their way down to the starting line as time's starting to tick away. We are at 1 minute, 1 minute plus a lap to go for Cameron Spooner. And Cameron making light work of the competition. Again, he has led every lap here in this junior 1050 class. Again, like I say, these guys spend a lot of time at Markham Park on the weekends, getting track time in. So I believe Mac McCluggage still in second, and I'm not sure if that's Cash still in third on number 33. As we've been keeping our eye on that guy right there, taking the white flag. It's Cameron Spooner, Spoondog Light. Make it happen. So once again, white flag is out. Not too much time left to go in this one. So Mac McCluggage still in second place, boat number 116. Meanwhile, Spoondog Light ready to close this deal. Boat number 23. Going to get some more airtime up here on the microphone after. And here he comes from the inside split. Out comes the checkered flag. Put your hands together for Cameron Spooner. Spoondog Light. Well, I'll tell you, that kid's come a long way in a short time. All right. So that was first place that came in. Now we can. He's got time to order a pizza, maybe go get a soda or something. And there comes second place, Mac McCluggage. So a nice finish there by Mac McCluggage. Second here in the second moto. As we await the rest of the pack that's coming through right now. That's 114, Braden Dill. All right, it was Fleming that came in unofficially in fourth place. And now I've got my good friend. We'll take a look right up there, Devin Farthing. You can see him waving his hands up there. Okay, so Dev Dog is here with me, winner of that Pro Sports Spec Moto number 2. Tell me, man, you was riding in second, and I could tell you were starting to close on him. When he went when he went to the inside on that last lap, what were you thinking?
I was really happy about it. I tried the inside split multiple times, and I just got really close but couldn't make it work. And I figured me and him were running pretty strong together, so if I couldn't make it work, it should be the same if he went there. And it worked in my favor that time. We came across the finish line pretty close, but I got it by a few inches. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was what a great finish. You know, best race that we've seen so far today. You guys were like neck and neck, and you had the drive coming out of that outside split, man. That was a good decision because 9 out of 10 times you're probably going to take the inside.
Yeah, man, I mean, being close to the finish line is obviously good, but that drive worked in my favor this time, and having a good boat that's pretty quick ended up getting me there as fast as possible and getting the win.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to in internet land?
Oh, yeah, Phil Clemens for letting me ride the boat. You know, couldn't have gotten there without that power to get to the finish line, and give me a good boat to run all 12 plus 1 is a long race, so keeping it together and getting me out front is the main duty, so I can't thank him enough.
And your sponsors?
Yamaha, Monster Energy, Yamalube, 100%, Works, Fast Power Sports, and tons more in my family and my crew.
Well, congratulations, Dev Dog. You're a winner in the Pro Sports Spec class, Moto number 2. So this brings us to our third race here of the second half of the day. Looks like we got a runabout class getting lined up out there. That is the Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Limited for everybody who is listening in on the live stream. Alrighty, so I hear there's been a call to order behind me. Once again, I'd like to say a special thanks to our good friends from SBT, and don't forget we've got our friends up here behind us in the food truck. We're going to talk to them here in between the is a snoozer, I guess. Tori Snyder, he was a winner here in that first race in the Pro Runabout 1100 Limited. Tori out of Bradenton, Florida, sponsored by Snyder Built, Monster Energy, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. I believe it was Baldwin that took second place out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, sponsored by Champion Power Sports. 404 is Taylor Grunewald out of Pensacola, Florida, sponsored by Pro Watercraft, High Speed Industries, Redline, Jet Pilot, and OGO. Took a third in that first moto, boat number 875 from Hartsville, South Carolina, by Jetworks is Charlie Smith. Actually, Charlie Smith's going to be on the C7 now. He's going to be on the C7, so he's going to be next to Tori Snyder here on the inside. C10, my partner in crime, David Anderson from Rochester, New York, sponsored by the Rab Guns WSM 8 Moto Option. As we are set to take off here, Moto number 2 of the Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Limited class. It's going to be Snyder on the inside. And Baldwin was right there on the outside. We'll see if Baldwin was able to make it stick. As your shot there. Coming from the inside split. Once again, it's number 110. 59 in second, coming from the outside split. And here comes D10, David Anderson from Rochester, New York, sponsored by the Rap Gods. He'll shake it into third place. Oh, goes down there momentarily, gets a little sideways, and he's going to lose a position there. So Anderson gets a little bit sideways there. Bad place to go sideways. And a near collision out there. Speaking of colliding, we're all going to be colliding tonight, 7 p.m. at Barrel 239. Race leader Snyder, sponsored by Snyder Built, as well as Monster Energy, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. your race leader. And you can see he's already got over a straightaway lead. He takes a look behind him and says, hey, what's going on? Meanwhile, we got a rider down over here in the split section. And I believe, I'm not sure, that might have been Baldwin that went down there momentarily. He's off the gas now, working his way down the front straightaway. So a tough break for the Baldwin clan here in this one, as Dad's pulling off the track a little bit early. Charlie Smith advancing up into that second place after a mishap by Baldwin and a mishap by Anderson. So Smith has worked his way all the way up into that second place position on boat number C7, actually on borrowed property, not on the same boat that was in that first moto, on some different machine. It looks like a different machine working better for him. You know, it's kind of like me and, driving my car versus a rental car. Like, I can drive a rental car way better than I can drive my car. I look like an old lady driving my car. Rental car, look out, baby. I'm looking for the checkered. Snyder, still your race leader. Works left to right in front of you, Lake Alfred. Don't forget the Lions Club Cafe is still open over there right by the public restrooms. Stop on over there. They got burgers. They got dogs. They got candy. I preferred the Snickers. Anderson has advanced back into that second place position. Again, Charlie Smith in second. Corey Snyder running away. Snyder on the Yamaha, but I believe this is a combined class. This Runabout Limited, so you see some Sea-Doos, you see some Yamahas out there. You can see the lead that Snyder has. He passes at 8:30. So actually, Snyder is on a Sea-Doo. So they're all on Sea-Doos out there. We had Yamaha on the sheet, so I apologize. There's the C7. Smith still in second. C10. Anderson still in third. Coming up next, we'll have race number 3, which will be their second moto. And up on the board there, it'll be race number 15. 22 total races today. Race number 3, for those of you listening in at home, the Pro-Am X2 Open, the Vintage Ski 550, and the Super Chicken class. Spoondog Light, please report to announcing. Spoondog Light, please report to announcing. Do an interview after this race right here. So no lead swap that last time around. Still got Snyder out in front, who's on the left-hand side of the track, second and third over the right-hand side. So again, you can see a gap there between first and second place. So we've got about 6 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in this one. Then we're going to talk to Cameron Spooner, winner of that junior CC class. So he'll be coming up, one of our special guests here in the East Coast Watercross live show. So again, 6.5 minutes left to go. There's second place past the SBT start-finish line. Here comes third, David Anderson. Again, Anderson out of Rochester, New York. Coming up next, again, we've got that vintage class featuring the X2s, the vintage 550s, and the Super Chickens. Again, while we have the opportunity, and Tori's Tori's way out in front right now, so we'd like to say a special thanks to Short Block Technologies, Commander Industries, Moto Option, Hydro Flyer, Cabrera Motorsports, the IJSBA, FactoryFade.com, JetX, 10mm photo, Global Integrated Technologies, the Aerial Flicks, 139 Designs and Action Sports Graphics, 595 the City of Lake Alfred, Hot Slag Company, No Limits Metalworks, the Extreme Service Center, Hamburg Floor Covering, Hammerhead Tactical, Pro Rider Watercraft Magazine, Supreme Landing, and Action Kawasaki Yamaha Sea-Doo, located just down the street in Bradenton, Florida. Courtesy flags are out. And these guys are going 12 minutes. We're about 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this one. As we count down to that interview with Cameron Spooner. Doing a great job in that junior class. We'll get to visit with him here in just about 5 minutes or so. As the Wicked Princess says, we're halfway through with this one. Time on deck, it's about 2:38, folks. Hats off to the East Coast Watercross crew. First, it's the first event of the season. Normally first event of the season, you get some hiccups, stuff like that. Thing goes off, a little bit later than, what you planned. These guys have been really good with their schedule. And pretty much got an all-star cast of experienced officials here. Love to see that. As Snyder makes another pass through our start-finish line. 4:20 left on the clock. By the way, I'd like to say a special thanks to David Cabrera from Cabrera Tunes, or Cabrera Motorsports. But he's giving a tune away today for the winner of the Pro Ski Stock class. And then tomorrow for the Pro Ski GP class. As I see our vintage riders getting ready to go down here as we are under 4 minutes left in this one. And again, no lead change in the last couple laps around. You still have Snyder, who is way out in front. Charlie Smith, boat number C7 in second, and the C10 of David Anderson in third. And Tori, once again, about a half lap ahead of second place. So I see second place now second and third working their way through that outside left-hand side of the track. If you're just arriving, I'd like to welcome everybody out to the season opener here for East Coast Watercross. When you hear me say inside and outside split, for those of you who might be first-time spectators, I'm talking about the left-hand side of the track. And you can see where the riders can dive in and they can go to the yellow set of buoys on the outside, or if they go to the inside, it's the green set of buoys. And that's just the reason we have a split section like that, because if you're behind somebody and you can't get around them, that gives you the opportunity to pass and to find some clean water. And we just seen that the first race here of the afternoon session with Devin Farthing taking a win on the last lap coming from that outside split. It's still 110 Snyder, sponsored by Snyderbuilt. Snyderbuilt Construction. That's right. When he's not out here racing, he's running big, heavy machinery. I seen the other day, I believe he actually had Chris McCluggage over there running some heavy machinery with him. Snyderbuilt Construction, building some of the best houses down in South Florida for many, many years. As we have 2 minutes left on the clock. Vintage class, all lined up out there. Grunwald, boat number 404, coming through the SBT start-finish line. So I believe Tori probably got time. He's probably going to do, I'm thinking, about 3 more laps, maybe 2 more laps. We'll see how nice Wicked's feeling right now. 12 minutes plus a lap here in this runabout race. For those of you listening in on the live stream, we appreciate everybody for listening in. Sorry you couldn't be here, man. It's a beautiful day here in Florida. Temperatures right around 70 degrees, pretty comfortable. It's normally 15 degrees hotter. I was watching Fox News before I came down this morning. They're saying we're 15 degrees below normal, where we're normally at here. So I think I like this. I think this is just fine. The 70 is just fine. I don't think I can take 85 today. Yeah, no more stress, right. I'm with you. And Snyder not getting the white flag, so I believe he's going to probably get the white flag this next time around. Just under 50 seconds left on the clock. Snyder came through at about 55 seconds. We'll see how quick his lap time was. C7 Smith still in second place. And there is third place, David Anderson, my partner in crime up here at announcing. Grunwald back there in fourth spot. And Snyder slowing down just a little bit. He wants to see that white flag. He knows that he's leading by almost 3/4 of a lap. So you can see he's kind of slowed down a little bit. Now he sees Wicked Prince with a white flag, and he'll get back on the throttle. So that'll do it for the 12 minutes, and we are under white flag racing conditions here at the Lions Club. Lake Alfred, great to be here. Haven, Central Florida, Polk County. Polk County, I think, got the best sheriff in Florida. It's Sheriff Brady, I believe it is. Love watching that guy on TV. So once again, Snyder coming on to the backside of fourth place right now. I believe that's Grunwald. Both of them on the outside split. Snyder with about a straightaway to negotiate before this deal is in the books, folks. And here he comes, Torrey Snyder. And out comes the check flag. Congratulations. Torrey Snyder from Bradenton, Florida, sponsored by Snyder Built, Monster Energy, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. Taking the win. Second place getting ready to exit the outside split right now. That is Charlie Smith. And Smith, he started out in fourth and worked his way up to second. Hey, Spoondog Light, where you at? Spoondog Light, come on back. All right, he's coming. So once again, second and third coming in. That was the C7 Smith in second. C10 David Anderson third. Grunwald, boat number 404. Rounding out your top four here in this Runabout 1100 limited class. So once again, we're going to talk with Cameron Spooner right now. He was winner of the Junior Ski 1050. Cameron, congratulations. Take a look there. That's where our TV camera is. You want to say hello to anybody who's watching on the internet right now?
I believe all my family's here. Not really.
All your family's here, so you want to say hi to them?
Hello.
Oh. Any sponsors that you'd like to say thanks to?
Harry Kiwi for getting me out here on this amazing Red Blaster. Simply Clean, Onium, and Jet Life Graphics.
Now tell me, what was it like? You know, the first moto you led every lap. This moto you led every lap. What do you attribute that to? Come on down here. We're gonna look up at that camera.
Really, just point the nose, training, and a lot of start.
Well, congratulations on that win, and we'll see you at the award ceremony.
Thank you.
Spoondog Light taking the win in that Junior 1050cc class. As we get ready to, and as I take a look, this is our vintage class. One Super Chicken getting sideways off the line. And I noticed winner of the last race, that was, I believe, Brayton 7 on the Triple Connecticut. Said, I'm going to start with a dead engine. Gave everybody somewhat of a head start. So your leader on the side looks like Kayla Blitzka. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's Andrew that was started with the dead engine. Your leader is still Kayla out of West Henrietta, New York, sponsored by Watcon.com, as well as Moto Option, Pro Watercraft, and Tony Bowe in the crew over at Jet Tribe. So again, you're watching the vintage class. And that is Andrew that is out in front. All right, once again, Andrew Freeman has worked his way back up to second place after starting with a dead engine. Easy to pick out on that orange 997, and that funky helmet art. Like 197, Susan Zipkin out of Newton, New Hampshire, leading in the Super. Currently sitting third out there on the track. Kayla, your leader, Andrew in second, and Susan in third, as we've got just over 6 minutes left to go. Our only stand-up vintage 550 rider out there, Kylie Meyer out of Jacksonville, Florida, sponsored by Gilwell Racing. Tell you what, I love it. She's the only one out there on a 550. It's got to take a girl to show what the guys they need to do. So guys, go home and polish up them 550s, and hopefully we'll see you at the next round of the East Coast Watercross Series. So again, the X2s dominating in this one here. 7, Kayla Flitzka, still your race leader, and Andrew's got her in his gun sights as they work their way onto the right-hand side of the track. No lap traffic in sight for those two for at least a couple of more laps. 5:20 left on the ticker. And there's your leader in the Super Chicken class, Susan Zipkin, boat number 197. Just ahead of Tully Zipkin on boat number 88. Both of them sponsored by Global Integrated Technologies and Wheat Brothers Water Sports. So again, I'd like to welcome all of my friends that came to us from north of the Mason-Dixon line. We hope you enjoy Florida while you're down here. And well, now you know why a lot of us who used to live north of the Mason-Dixon line moved down here. That's right. Great race out there, David. And I believe that was Matthew Laws telling the leaders to come on through. The old Kawasaki SC, the Super Chickens. Actually, the real terminology is they stood for Sport Cruiser back in the day when they first came out. It was a great way for you and a friend to go out there, ride jet skis together, and if you didn't want the wheel, you just pass the wheel over to your significant other. And I believe that was your leader of the Super Chicken class that is coming in on the gaff. Tough break there for, I believe that was Susan Zipkin on boat number 197. As we are just under 4 minutes left to go in this one. And the courtesy flags are out with, I believe, 3:35 left on the clock. And Andrew Freeman starting to reel in Kayla as they head onto the right-hand side of the track. Those are your top two. And you can see they have separated from the rest of the pack. Third place, we've got a Super Chicken. I believe that is Tully Zipkin. Okay, just so everybody knows, from here on out, we're cutting 2 minutes off of every moto from here on out today, so we can get everybody out of here at a decent time. Yeah, they're asking for, hey, Sean, they're asking for 8 minutes off instead of 2 minutes. And GP only, right. Dash for cash, 1 lap. There we go. I'm good for 1 lap. That's about it. I'll be a hero on 1 lap. That's right. So Kayla, still your race leader out there. 2:30 left on the clock. And Andrew Freeman slowly starting to reel in the battle of the X2s. We got X2s out there. We got Super Chickens, vintage 550s. I feel like it's the 90s. Oh, with the X2s, the 80s. Tori Snyder. Tori Snyder, if you're within earshot, could you please come up for an interview? Once again, Tori Snyder. He's hanging out with Blaine Spooner and the folks down there, as I believe Wicked Princess grabbing for that white flag. We'll talk with Tori, who won the Runabout Limited class just a couple of races ago. So 114 left on the clock. And then we'll be talking to the winner of the Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Limited class. Dice in the competition, my good friend Tori Snyder. So we'll talk to him as it drops here. So once again, only about 40 seconds here before we talk to Tori, before that white flag and checkered flag drop. We are under white flag racing conditions right now, and that's Kayla Fitzka. That is your race leader. Freeman a little bit back off the pace now as Kayla works her way up into some lap traffic. Again, not too much time to go. If Freeman's going to do it, he needs to do it now in the battle of the X2s. The X2's way out in front of the Super Chickens. And then back there on the ski, I believe we've got Kylie back there on the vintage 550 ski. So again, the checkered flag will be dropping for Kayla next time around, boat number 7 on the X2. All right, well, the time has expired on our clock. Once again, all the motos from here on out will be 2 than what they were on the first moto. Yeah, I got everybody saying, thank God down here. So here comes Kayla down the front straightaway one final time. The checkered flag will come out. So Freeman and Kayla coming by simultaneously here in that X2 class. And Freeman started with a dead engine. It looks like Kylie Meyer coming off of the outside split, going to end up, I believe, in that third place position. All right, so Charles is giving us the thumbs up. Congratulations to our winners there of that last one. But winner of the Pro Runabout 1100 Limited class is here with me, Tori Snyder. Tori, another great run for you in that 1100 Limited class. You went wire to wire once again.
Yeah, no, it was. No, we had a good start. We worked all day yesterday getting the ski dialed in. There were some issues with it, and got everything fixed up. I want to thank Judge Motorsports working all day yesterday and skipping lunch for me and getting that done for me. He said if I win all 4 motos in that class, that he has to race an X2 here next year. So he's definitely going to be riding an X2. He's hiding right now. He's riding an X2 for sure.
Well, I like the call out. I like how you're calling them out and everything. You know, Tori, you run a lot of different stuff, you know. I mean, with the obviously the limited, you're also running the blaster, but you also run endurance, P1 Aquacross. Are you training for P1 Aquacross, or are you training to go back into closed course racing out here?
No, I'm training for everything. I mean, P1 is definitely the goal, and I'm super excited for this year. Got some different things going on, and, you know, use this as training. I'm running 3 classes, so it's a lot of motos here. And 12 minutes, I'm happy that East Coast Watercross did 12 minutes, you know, about half of a P1 race. So, yeah, no, just training and getting ready. We still got a couple months to go, but, yeah, always got to be ready.
So any new sponsors for you here in the 2025 season?
Just Snyder Built, Monster Energy, Judge Motorsports, Jet Trim, Jet Pilot, Havoc Racing, the same guys, and Farthing Racing. You know, I want to thank East Coast Watercross coming down here. I can't thank them enough coming down here, letting us race. Close course racing the last couple of years has been rough down here in Florida. We've been having to travel, go all over, and travel up to New York and go do some races there. And I'm so happy they came and doing this. And hopefully they get a race in Bradenton here and at the regatta. Mikey can get back in there and let us race at the bridges.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that'd be a lot of fun. Tell me, what's it like training with Russo? That guy's a hoot, man.
Well, I mean, Russo actually doesn't train. He just goes and tests a lot, and he doesn't realize that he needs to train, and he doesn't let Gavin train either. So wherever he is, I don't know where he's at, but yeah, he doesn't like the cold weather, so I'm surprised he's even here. But yeah, no, he didn't bring the smoke. We still got one more moto, but we'll see what happens.
All right, yeah, I heard Russo trains 12 ounces at a time.
Probably 16 ounces, probably.
Right. Well, hey, Tori, great to see you, buddy. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in your next class, bud. All right, back out to the starting line. I believe this is our Pro 1050 class that's out there. And let me get my sheets straight. I'd like to say hello to my good friend Shauna, who is down here she's with the Polk County Sports Commission. Hey, Shauna. This is Sean, the promoter right here. I'd like to get you two together. Glad that Shauna, because me and Shauna, we get to hang out a couple times a year. She's a professional skier, and we do a ski show in Oklahoma City every year. It's not a problem doing a show in Oklahoma City. The problem is that we do the show in December in Oklahoma City. So we've been there doing ski shows, and it's been snowing. Here we go. This is the start of, I believe this was race number 4 from earlier. Devin Farthing sitting on the pole here on the inside pole right next to Sophie Francis on the 911. Francis getting the jump. Francis getting the jump there in front of Farthing. So that's your battle on the inside split. On the outside split, taking a look for a number here. We'll get you a number as soon as they come by our start-finish line. But a great day to be here at the Lions Club, Lake Alfred, and it's a great day for boat number 911, Sophie Francis, taking the early lead. Boat number 23 back there in second. I'm not sure who's on 23. I know that's first boat. So it's Hayden Skellett. It's on boat number 23. Skellett shaken out in that second place position. Again, I believe it was Skellett that took the win in moto number 1, having to switch boats. Skellett also taking a win in our sport classes. Great to see you back out here and on the gas as my partner in crime, David Anderson, rejoins me for the call. How you doing, David?
As of right now, I'm not too bad, but I'm thinking my legs are not going to be able to do much in about an hour.
I was going to say, they didn't cut 2 minutes off of your moto, did they? No. You were the last one to get a full moto in.
God. All right. Where are we, race 4? Is this WX 1050? Awesome.
Yeah, Sophie Francis, your early race there. Skellett back there in second. And we'll go back to third here as boat number 595 passing that Kelly Wilcox from Franklin, New Hampshire, passing the SBT. Start finish line. Once again, big shout out to everybody who came out today and braved this crazy Florida weather. Man, like I say, it turned out to be amazing. Sophie Francis, 911, your race leader. A little girl power out there on the track.
There we go. I only have number 23 on my list.
Yeah, well, 23 is Hayden Skellett. Skellett switching boats between between the motos. Yep. Then you got Devin Farthing back there in third. Devin not getting the best of starts. Sophie was able to get the jump and just slam the door shut there at turn number 1 on that inside split. Hey, by the way, coming up next is the second moto for race number 5. If you're in that second moto for race number 5, please start working your way down to the starting line. Remember, we've cut 2 minutes off of each moto, so these races are going to go a little bit quicker. And the quicker you can get to the line, the quicker we can get you packed up and ready to go for this evening's festivities. So awards will be today and tomorrow. A lot of you Florida riders are used to, all the awards are done on Sunday. So we actually are going to be doing awards today and tomorrow. So make sure you stick around after the races. Running pretty timely right now. Current time on deck, it is a 3:03. Okay, yeah, so basically there's a wedding going on that's right across the way here. And so we have the water till 4 o'clock. They just let us know that we can have it till 4:30. So after the last race, after race number 10 that I call, after race number 10, the awards will be 30 minutes after that final race. Once again, the awards will be 30 minutes after the final race. And I believe they're going to be right here in front of the East Coast Watercross trailer. Speaking of East Coast Watercross, make sure you stop up there and get some merch. That's right. They brought all kinds of merch down here to sell. So make sure you support those who support the sport and East Coast Watercross getting her done here in Lake Alfred. Again, don't forget later on, we'll be hanging out at Barrel 239. 5:30 left on the Sophie Francis. Still with the lead over boat number 116, Devin Farthing. Farthing able to get around Skellett. Skellett has slipped back into that third spot, boat number 23. He's on some OPP. Yeah, you know me. And it looks like Kelly Wilcox in the fourth place position currently. And I believe that's Grunwald back on 279, back in the fifth place. So those are your top five with just under 5 minutes left to go here. This is race number 4, second moto for them.
Skellett on that 23, still holding his own, looking like he's in the third position in behind Farthing, or he might be 4. I'm trying to see where we're at here.
Right, Anthony Freeman. Anthony Freeman, please report to announcing. Anthony Freeman, please report to announcing. Andrew Freeman, my bad. Andrew Freeman, please report to announcing. Do a little interview in between this race and race number 5, which will be coming up next. So race number 5 is the Pro-Am Runabout 4-stroke. Coming up next, race number 5, we need you down to the starting line. Novice Runabout 4-stroke combined with the Pro-Am Runabout 4-stroke. That's what's coming up next. For those of you listening in on the East Coast Watercross live stream, glad you could tune in to us down here. We're all having a good time. The Lake Alfred Lions Club. Again, I'd like to say a special thanks to the Lions Club and, of course, the city of Lake Alfred for getting this permit done really quickly and timely for us. Boat number 911, still your race leader, Sophie Francis. And I got to say this, I don't know if you guys are friends with Sophie on Facebook, but this girl trains harder than any 2 guys that I know. Any 2 guys. She is something else. It's out there leading the boys around the track here. This is a stock 1050 class. The GOAT watching on. I see one of my good friends walking in the house. You heard me talking about them a little bit earlier. They had the Hydro Flyers out here. Gino. Gino Yockler in the house, 7-time foil world champion, the holder of 7 Guinness Book of World Records, and a close personal friend of mine. How you doing, Gino?
Good. Nice socks, by the way.
You like those? I'm calling them compression socks. The only reason I wore them is because this event's sponsored by the IJSBA. These are actually socks from the World Finals. in between the races here, we'll do an interview. All right, so less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Sophie Francis still in command. Devin Farthing still trying to chase her down. Is he going to do the same thing that he did in that sports stock class? Getting that pass on the last lap. You can see they're playing follow the leader on that outside split right now. Sophie Francis with a minute 25 left to go leads Devin Farthing down the front straightaway. All right, so once again, your race leaders onto the right-hand side of the track. They'll be getting the white flag here, probably, I'm guessing, in about 2 laps. I think the Wicked Princess is going to make them run out there again. All the races, all the motos from here on out we're dropping 2 minutes off of each race. We've got a wedding that's going on across the way, and we've got some quiet time. We're going to talk to the 2 leaders in that X2 class that we watched just a couple of moments ago, and then we'll talk with Gino Jochler, 7-time foil champion, as we get ready to go here with the next race, Moto number 2, race number 5, which is going to be our Novice and Pro Am Runabout class. Blue flag coming out there for Grunwald. As he takes a look behind him, he'll find Sophie Francis and Devin Farthing battling it out. And the white flag comes out from the tower. So the Wicked Princess busting out that white flag a little bit early. So, yeah. Looked like Francis, I believe, went out and I don't know if Farthing took that Joker buoy. If not, the joke's on him. So yeah, we've got one dedicated person that's watching just the Joker buoy down there. That is the Jet X Joker buoy. All right, here comes Farthing. Farthing once again stealing the win away on that last lap from Sophie Francis. However, did he hit the Joker buoy? Not quite sure. As Sophie Francis, boat number 911, comes through. Sophie again sponsored by Blacktip, Quakey Sense, Short Block Technologies, Fit Aid, Fly Racing, the Watercraft Superstore, Works H2O Designs, and B&N Power Sports. Hayden Skellett rounding out the top 3, and you can see the camaraderie amongst the riders as they find each other and congratulate each other on being masters of the universe. What do you think, David?
I'm just trying to work out this lactic acid out of my body. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we got Kayla here with us, who took a second place in the X2 class. Congratulations, a nice run for you in the X2.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just Andrew and I, but we were also running with the Super Chickens and Vintage Ski. So we were out there just ripping it up.
You know, that's I was kind of wondering that, what's going through your mind, because, you got 3 different size hulls out there, and that's something that we haven't seen in close course racing in a while, but you guys had a good turnout there for Vintage.
Yeah, nothing like back home. We have a ton of X2s on the line back home. It's actually one of the biggest classes now.
Yeah, well, they had to chop ice to get in the water back home, don't they?
Yeah, the front of those X2 hulls, just breaking through the ice.
Well, congratulations. Any sponsors that you'd like to thank?
Yes, I'd like to thank WatCon, Pro Watercraft, Jet Tribe, and my newest sponsor is Moto Option. And also I want to thank Andrew because he has helped me not only this weekend, but always just making sure my ski's on the line.
Fantastic. Well, let's get Andrew over here. Congratulations. Nice finish there. Andrew, congratulations on the win there in the X2 class.
Thank you. I just want to thank Poured Concrete Walls and Corning Construction, and, of course, my parents for taking care of my high-maintenance golden retriever.
Well, right. Believe me, I have a dog myself. I know how high maintenance they could be. So what's it like being out there on an X2, man? It's just so much fun watching it. It just reminds me of the 90s.
Oh, it's a great time. Everybody should have one.
Hey, do you get a holder down the line?
Now, do you got
get a cut you in? Just they get a holder down the line. I'm just wanting to get things moving.
Okay, so yeah, we need a holder down there on the line. Go back to Andrew here. Andrew, again, talking about sponsors and stuff like that. Who's helping you out this weekend?
poured concrete walls and Corning Construction, and big thanks to East Coast Watercross for putting on good events all the time.
Fantastic. I like that. Well, congratulations, and we'll see both of you at the award ceremony. Congratulations, Andrew and Kayla. Oh yeah, and here's our girl on the Super Chicken. It's Susan. Susan. Okay, I was wondering if it was Susan or Tully. I know that there's two of you out there on Super Chickens. What's it like? I mean, that boat's historic. You know, I mean, Kawasaki, the SC. You know, it used to stand for Sport Cruiser. Now it stands for Super Chicken. What was it like chasing those X2s?
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, it's weird having the other boats on the course, but unfortunately, Tully blew his motor that last moto, so I did take first, but I think he would have got me this time.
Yeah, I seen he was in the lead, and the next time I looked back, he was over there in the weeds.
Yeah, I know. I only thought in my head, this is the first day both of our chickens have started and each moto, and I didn't even say it out loud, and then he broke down.
Well, how are you liking Florida so far?
Oh, I love it. It's so much warmer than New Hampshire.
I was going to say, that's why most of us here moved down from the north down here. So welcome to Florida. Hope you're having a good time, and congratulations on the win.
Can I thank Global Integrated Technologies and Tully Zipkins especially, and Weeks Brothers Watercross, and, of course, East Coast Watercross. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on the win. And speaking of chickens, there's the Chicken Hawk, and it looked like we had a little premature acceleration there, David.
Russo, bit of a jump there.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear Tori Snyder chime in about that. You know, it's all that training that Russo does, right, Tori? Wherever you're at. Yeah, they were calling each other out down here a little bit earlier. So instead of 12 minutes, we are going 10 minutes here. We got Bobby Cardone sitting on the pole on the outside. I see Valentino Lescano, and we'll let you know who the leaders are as they come back around. Once again, that inside really tight for these big wide body boats. And yeah, somebody coming off the boat on that outside split. And you can see how far the separation between the rider and the boat came off a high-speed get-off. David, I'll tell you, the last time I seen a beating like that, someone stuck a banana down my pants and turned a monkey loose. Anybody remember that from Vegas Vacation? Randy Quaid, that was Bobby Cardone that came off. Well, we're going to hear about that on Cardone's Race Corner, aren't we? Bobby Karma, McCluggage says. Yeah, so Cardone in the drinker, and you can see he's taking the penalty buoy. That's the blue tetrahedron down here on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Tori Snyder looking to go 2 for 2 today. And look at this, Lescano, and look at that, threading the needle. James Monroe getting taken to the window, to the wall. So Monroe gets a little bit sideways on the X-Insurance machine. Monroe out there on boat number 345, but as he comes by here, it looks like just 34. It's like the 5 is pulled off, and he's the 345 because that is the area code down there in the Cayman Islands, 345. Once again, we were talking earlier about, you know, how interesting it is how some people get their numbers. I'll just settle for a 1. 110, Snyder still leading Lescano, and this is the same way that they finished in the first moto. And Lescano. Monroe finished in 4th, I believe, in the first moto. He's currently in the 3rd spot. So a tough break there for the 239 Bob card 724. Ben Montel. He's on Klein Glidden's Aquacross boat out there, boat number 724. And you can see Lescano starting to reel in Tori Snyder as they head onto the right-hand side of the track. Lescano shaved about 1.5 seconds off that last lap time. And you can see he's right in Snyder's back pocket. Yeah, we just talked to Tori just a couple minutes ago. We just interviewed him, and that's when we announced that they were taking 2 minutes off. He was like, thank God we're taking 2 minutes off. He's like, I got pumped so bad right now. So once again, your leaders both go to the outside split. Here they come down the front straightaway, and it's a drag race to the finish line. Still with 7 minutes left to go.
Lascano, he's trying to get into Tori's shorts here in a minute. I don't know if he can fill him in or not, though. Tori with a lot of momentum on that back straight.
All right. By the way, somebody wake up Dan Costello. He's getting way too much sleep here. Dan, this is actually a pretty exciting race, buddy. Lascano's hunting down Snyder. Or is the announcing just that bad? You're just tired. Yeah, I don't blame you. We put in some long days here at the IJSBA closed course races. So your race leader is 110, Snyder. And they're coming into the lappers. You can see him going past the red buoy outside. And Lascano's right there. Again, it looks like Snyder getting slowed up just a little bit. We'll see if he opts to go to the inside. He can find some clean water to the inside. No, he's going to opt to go to the outside. And Lascano opts to go to the outside as well. So once again, it looks like the I-4 on Friday afternoon, that outside split right now, as they get ready to come down the front straightaway. And it is busy as the blue flag comes out for Montel. And you can see Lascano goes wide, gets past the lapper, ducks into the buoy, and you still got one more back marker in front of your race leader, Snyder. Lascano still right there. Let's see if this slows Snyder down. Snyder doing it on the straightaway, and he is able to get past, I believe that was Cardone. Lascano now able to get past Cardone as well. Snyder to the outside. Lascano to the outside. 5 minutes left on the clock. So a great race here. This is race number 4, race number 5, moto number 2. Our pro runabout combined with our novice runabout. And Snyder gooses the throttle, gets him out of trouble. As Lascano got hung up just a little bit over there in that outside split, gives Snyder a little bit of breathing room, but now Snyder has another back marker in front of him as the courtesy flags come up from the Wicked Princess out on the flagging tower. Once again, I'd like to say a very special thanks to SVT, as well as HydroTurf and Blacktip, located just down the street in Clearwater, Florida. You can go to shopsbt.com for all of your aftermarket parts and needs. As here comes your race leader. Getting past the back marker. Now the back marker in between Snyder and Lascano. Lascano riding a great race out there right now. Not going anywhere. Snyder's got about a 2 to 2.5 second advantage. We head toward the latter stages here. Moto number 2, race number 5. Got 10 on tap for the afternoon. We ran 11 back to back. They were the last race before the break, first race after the break. So we only got 10 second motos here for those of you listening in on the East Coast Watercross live stream. Snyder under 3:30 to go. Lascano still right there. Again, Juan Lascano sponsored by Miami Jet Ski Shop. Snyder sponsored by Snyder Build, Judge Motorsports. The usual suspects, Monster Energy, Jet Pilot, I believe, and Jet Trim. And once again, Lascano hitting that throttle. Tori's going to the outside. Lascano's going to the outside, and they've got a back marker in front of them on the outside. And Lascano goes a little wide coming out of that split. They're going to give 110. Snyder a little bit of breathing room. As I believe the blue flag came out for Russo, boat number 77. And he's going to go ahead and let the leaders go by. That is Snyder, whom he trains with down there in Bradenton Beach area. Snyder once again dives to the inside. Lascano goes a little bit wide right there and is able to get past Russo. So again, your top two with nothing in front of them, and only 2 minutes left to go here in the Pro and Novice Runabout class. Once again, the 3, 4, 5 in that third place position. James Monroe. Again, Monroe out of the Cayman Islands. And he's sponsored by X Insurance, Automotive Art, Cayman Islands, Pinned Up Performance, Tim Hickman. And his crew helping Monroe out, Shotgun Racing, Mechanic on Wheels in the Cayman Islands, also supporting him. So again, time's starting to tick away as we are under a minute. And here come your race leaders from the outside split. Lascano's still right there with Torrey. I'm just wondering if Lascano's going to take that inside here sooner or later. As the white flag now comes out for Torrey Snyder. Torrey, once again, sponsored by Snyder Built, Monster Energy, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. And Juan Lascano, sponsored by Miami Jet Ski Shop, Liquid Molly, Jet Pilot, Jet Trim, and the PWC Doctor. So again, not too much time left to go in this one. As you see your race leaders working their way to the top left-hand side of the track. They'll make the turn back into the closed course, hit the split one last time, and Lascano is going to go to the inside this time. So Lascano to the inside, to the outside, and we'll see if that works out for Lascano. As Snyder just exiting that split, he's going to be able to show McKeel, but not going to be able to get there in time. Torrey Snyder takes the win. Snyder on the Snyder-built Judge Motorsports machine. And Juan Lascano coming through in a very respective second place, sponsored by Miami Jet Ski Shop and Liqua Molly. And Monroe unofficially was in that third place position a couple of laps ago. I believe he's still in third. Cardone coming through. Benjamin Montel coming through. And here comes James Monroe from the Cayman Islands, unofficially your third place rider here in the Novice and Pro Runabout four-stroke class. So in between the race here, we've got another special guest I'm going to bring up. And I'm going to turn it over to David for the call of this next one. Let's bring up my good friend, Gino Yockler. My friend Gino, man, a local boy from right here, 7-time hydrofoil world champion. Me and this guy were actually on the Discovery Channel together. Remember that little show called Stunt Junkies?
I think I do. I remember that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that broke the Guinness Book of World Records. He's the crazy one that went over the boat that had a ski tower on it. How was that, dude? I mean, we used to be a lot crazier when we were younger.
Yeah, that was not my smartest move.
Definitely not the smartest move. I know that Angela was, had her fingers crossed, everything like that. Angela, of course, is Gino's wife. So tell me what you've been up to here in the off season.
I really don't compete much anymore. So I just go out and ride for fun. I've been doing a lot of the surf foiling. That's a hoot. But I've taken quite a few rides this year on the sit foil, and just chilling, man. I'm retired.
You're retired, but you own the water treatment company here locally. But you're taking a lot of time. I noticed you're doing a lot of traveling. You and Angela just went up to, I believe it was Alaska.
We were in Alaska this summer, and then we were just in Montana, actually twice. And we're heading to New Zealand and Australia here for like 3 weeks. And in the middle of all that, we're going to go to Wisconsin for Think Tank.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, coming down here and hang out. Is that how the Masons shake hands right there? That's a special tickle. All right, Gino Yockler, my good friend from right here in Winter Haven, lives just around the lake. And We'll be over to Invade Your House a little bit later, and then we're going to Barrel 239. Thank you for hooking us up with that. And let's go to David for the call of this next one.
Junior Sports back up on the line, race number 6 here. Race number 7, you're up on deck. Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Open. Race number 7, Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Open up on deck. Who do we got? Got the whole shot at Spooner. That 23 boat. Yeah, Spooner with the whole shot. In behind him is Meyer, followed by Beers. That would be Liam. The 872 of Colin in behind him. To battle it out, see if Colin can reel in his brother or not. Once again, this is race number 6. You never know this is a junior class. I'm putting the hammer down at number 23, Spooner. Getting some real estate in between first and second. Meyer and Beers on the 24. Race number 7, Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Open. You're up on deck. Spooner back out at 24, taking the lead, pulling away on Meyer. About a quarter of a track length. 24 of Beers in the 872. That is Colin Beers, brother. See if he can gain in on him a little bit. Oh boy. Turning the juice on Myers. That old 24 boat's been around a long time, hasn't it? Spooner getting a lot of distance between first and second now. Myers holding that second position, coming off the left-hand turn, coming down that front straight at the halfway mark, the 4-minute mark. Liam and the number 24 coming down that front straight. That's Liam Beers. Colin Beers in behind him. Liam Beers on that number 24. And behind him, Alan Beers, the 872 out front. Spooner still on that number 24. And Myers in behind him. Once again, looking like these 1100 Open getting their boats in the water. All racers here. Got about 2.5 minutes left to this moto. Just one lap. Dixon taking out that turbo spark. Hopefully he's got that thing figured out. Spooner still out front, white flag. Wicked dropping the hammer on the white flag. Last lap. Myers still in on that green boat coming down the front straight. Holding second there. Liam Beers, I believe. I don't know if his brother must have got around him on that 872. That's Colin Beers. Liam on the 24 orange boat in behind him. He must have got around him. Spooner on at 23 with the win. Great race. Myers coming in second, and behind him, looking like Colin going to get out in front. Got out in front of Liam, making that HX work. Liam on that 24 blaster. Yeah, baby. That 24 is a loud boat. Once again, Pro-Am at about 1100 Open. The number 9, Corey Dixon out of Westport, Massachusetts. Sponsored by C&D Transport, Hooters, East Coast Flightcraft, DJ Corey, and Extra Tough Footwear. The 246 of Troy Morgan out of Leesburg, Virginia. He's sponsored by Jetworks, and the 875 of Charlie Smith. And he's out of Hartsville, South Carolina. Sponsored by Jetworks. the 176. She's on that EX Turbo. Only one here. Pretty gnarly stone, actually. Oh. EX sounding right. Man. Hands on that 176. Putting the hammer down. Real good. It gets Morgan on a 246. Followed in behind Tori Dixon. Race number 8, you're up on deck. Pro-Am Ski GP. Pro-Am Ski GP, baby. She's just taking it easy out there, or she's having some issues with that boat. I'm not really sure. Yeah, she must be having some issues with that boat. Probably going to roll that boat back in. Dixon still able to hold down his position. Hanzo coming in on the hook. The yellow flag, having some issues with her boat. It sounded like, didn't sound quite right that second lap, third lap. Morgan's still out there in that 248. And Dixon.
Yeah, once again, that wedding been pushed to, I believe, 4:30. So we were supposed to be off the water in 15 minutes. However, we've got about 45 minutes to get through these next couple of races.
Pro-Am Ski GP, Pro-Am Ski GP, make your way up to the line.
Up next, we've got race number 8. We got 3 more races to get through. Got about 40 minutes to get through it as we come to the latter stages here. I believe this is race number 7. It is out on the water.
Last lap, Mikey. Last lap.
Oh, yeah, this was that smaller class. Smallest class that we have all day today. Here, this runabout class is out there on the water. The Pro Ski GP should be coming to the line. Matter of fact, the white flag's out. Pro Ski GPs, you should be online. Fastest stand-ups we're going to see all day long. Jimmy Wilson rolling in that factory Kawasaki. As Corey Dixon, he'll take the white flag. Good to see Corey out here, sponsored by Hooters, back home in Virginia. So Morgan taking the win here in this is race number 19. Race number 8, moto number 2, which will be race number 20, I believe, up on the board, will be coming up next. Pro-Am Ski GP class. Once again, Pro-Am Ski GP class is coming up next.
Morgan and Dixon wrapping that up. Once again, Pro-Am Ski GP, waiting on you.
All right, well, Pro-Am Ski GP class. Looking around here for winner of that lap. So boat number 9. I can hear Corey Dixon down here saying it's sinking. So the Hooters boat getting put up onto the tote right there. Corey's dad helping him out, but he's like, yeah, that thing's full of water, Mike. So race number 8 is coming up next, and let me take a look down here. Race number 8 will feature boat number 6 from Ackworth, Georgia, sponsored by Monster Energy, Yamaha, and Farthing Racing. That is Devin Farthing. On boat number 007 from West Haven, Connecticut, we've got Charlie McCarthy. Boat number 51 is Dave Cabrera, sponsored by Broward Motorsports, Tim Judge Racing, TMR, Exotic Signs, WSR, Fast Power Sports, and Cabrera Motorsports. Lamar Weldon is on boat number 111, coming to us from Atlanta. He's on a Commander, sponsored by Team Reckless Abandonment. Boat 114 out of Laconia, New Hampshire, sponsored by No Limits Metalworks, Hot Slag Company, 595 Handling Solutions, 139 Designs, and Moto Options. Sean Dudek be on the 114. Boat number 176 out of Doral, Florida, sponsored by OnlyFans, Black Tip Jet Sports, SBT, Saints of Speed, and the Miami Jet Ski Shop, Valentina Lascano. Boat number 300, winner of Moto number 1 from Port St. Lucie, Florida, on the Kawasaki, sponsored by Factory Kawasaki, sponsored by Fly Racing and Jet Pilot. That's Jimmy Wilson. 591 out of LaBelle, sponsored by Paraded, is Kyle Fabro. Boat number 595 from Franklin, New Hampshire, sponsored by Z-Force Racing, Jet Trim, Jet Pilot, Moto Option, Slang Danger Racing Fuels, Kelly Wilcox. And boat number 730 rounds out the field from Ellington, Connecticut, on a Commander, 17 years fast, sponsored by No Limits Metalworks, the Hot Slag Company, Duncan Racing _ Ring, and Barber Utilities. That is going to do it. Rounds out the field, and it looks like our field has definitely shrunk since Moto number 1. We started today with, I believe, 9 riders. So Jimmy Wilson giving everybody a full straightaway head start, David. I would say that's pretty. That's confidence at its finest.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
So I see 591 back there in the second position. That's Kyle Fabro out of LaBelle, Florida. And these GP machines are riveted. Jimmy already getting past one of the riders. And if you remember in Moto number 1, David, Jimmy actually lapped the entire field and came in a half a lap ahead of second place. And you can see Jimmy approaching the top 4 over here. And Wilson going to go to the inside split. He's going to make it work for him. Watch this. That's Devin Farthing, boat number 6. Going to be tough to catch Devin. 591 Fabro, and then out comes Jimmy Wilson. So Wilson, after giving everybody a head start, already in 3rd place on lap number 3. Wow.
Brayton 7, though, in 4th. That's a new boat for him. He's got maybe a couple hours on that boat, if that.
I'm looking at Wilson down that back straightaway, and he's just walking riders. You see, he's going to opt to go to the inside split here once again and try to gain some time on Devin Farthing, who is your race leader on boat number 6. And here comes Farthing down the front straightaway. Here comes Wilson. Wilson comes out in 2nd. So Wilson just picking off riders like, talking to John Block here from Blockhead Racing, and we've both watched Jimmy, since he was a young kid, John. And like you said, he's picking up about 5 boat lengths every lap.
Farthing just went down. Nope, he's back up now.
So Farthing went down, and he's back up, but Wilson's in the lead. So Wilson moves into the lead after giving everybody a head start. Jimmy Wilson, been riding since he was a baby. Mama Christina. His mom Christina was actually racing at my first race while she was pregnant with Jimmy. That was at Clay's Park up in Canal Fulton, Ohio, back in 1988. So once again, Wilson has moved into the lead, and we are closing in on 4 minutes and 30 seconds right now. As you see, Wilson, your race leader, working inside. Everybody been going to the outside pretty much all day because it's a little bit looser, a little bit more sweeping turns. Wilson taking that tighter, more technical track on the inside. Farthing still in second on boat number 6. 591 Fabro out of LaBelle, Florida, sponsored by Lakes Brothers. Rounds out your top 3. As I believe the courtesy flag's getting ready to come out from the Wicked Princess up there on the announcing tower. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday afternoon here in the Lions Club, Lake Alfred. We've got 2 more to go after this one. Got to be off the water by 30. As the courtesy flag's out and Jimmy exits that inside split. Going to turn around. He's going to taunt the 114 right there. Sean Dudek looks behind him. Jimmy trying to get in his head. Jimmy originally from the Buckeye State. Grew up in Hebron, Ohio. Spent some time in South Carolina. Was a fireman for a while. And boat number 114, that's Dudek, who is down in the water, your race promoter. So tough there for Sean as course marshal Randy comes over to give him a helping hand. So we got the dirty laundry flying out there on the race course right now. What I mean by dirty laundry, the yellow flag, folks. Kevin Scott giving Farthing the yellow flag right there. And Farthing starting to separate from third place as we see your race leader now coming down the front straightaway. Gave everybody a head start with 2:13 left. Has about a 3/4 of a lap lead on the rest of the pack. Jimmy Wilson coming to us from Port St. Lucie. Once again, I'd like to say a special thanks to Greg and CJ, the entire crew over there at Short Block Technologies for their support and bringing the East Coast Watercross 2025 season opener here to Lake Alfred. Once again, you can join us tonight, the 21 and over group, as we'll be at Barrel 239 Old School Racer Party. That's going to be going on about 7 o'clock, 7:30. So gives you time once you get done with the award ceremony, go back to wherever you're staying here in town and get yourself all cleaned up. Come on out and we'll be over there at Barrel 239, all of us telling lies like we've done it before. All right, race number 9 should be coming to the starting line. Race number 9, that's the Am Sport GP. Race number 10's by. Current time on deck, it's about 3:57. Speaking of Sport GP, you can hear one right there. So again, Sport GP, Hayden Skellett with the bullseye on his back. He went wire to wire in race number 1 here in that GP class. See if he can do it again. Great to have Hayden back in the lineup. Took a couple of years off, now studying to be an EMT. And the white flag is out. So Wilson kind of waits for Farthing at 7 and wants to jump back in it now. Takes a look behind him. He gets past 7. Now got Farthing in his gun sights over there on the left-hand side of the track. So Jimmy trying to learn some lines right there on the white flag lap. So I believe that is going to do it. Jimmy Wilson on the factory Kawasaki taking the win here. Taking the win in this Ski GP class. Once again, 2 more races to go. Up next is the Sport GP as it's just about 4 o'clock East Coast time. Once again, glad everybody could check out the live stream. Thank you all for checking in with us here. David, how you doing, buddy?
Just had to check the scoreboard, Mikey, see how I made out.
Oh, okay. Gonna check the scoreboard, see how you made out. Well, hopefully you know some of them scores, and fudge a little number there for you.
A couple hundred in an envelope never hurt,
That's right. We can be bought. Once again, Sport GP. It looks like we got a couple of them that are doing some last-minute tuning here. Once again, time on deck. It's 4 o'clock. We got 2 more races to go.
I think we're looking pretty good, though, Mike. Actually, I think we'll be good. We'll be good.
So once again, this is the Pro-Am Sport GP, and down on the starting line, I believe taking a 4th in the first moto, boat number 72 out of Mims, Florida. Sponsored by Team USA, it's Johnny Smith. He'll be joined by boat number 77 from Osteen, Florida. Sponsored by 77 Motorsports. That is Glenn Young, boat number 110, winner of moto number 1 from Bradenton, Florida. Sponsored by Snyder Built, Monster Energy, Jet Trim, Judge Motorsports, and Jet Pilot. Tori Snyder on the Triple Deuces from West Park, Florida. Sponsored by Team Ruthless, and Thug Custom Cycles is Tommy Keller, Killer Keller. 296, Hayden Skellett out of Northport, Florida. Sponsored by Skellett Motorsports, Wade Chapin Performance, Action Kawasaki, Tim Judge. And rounding out your field on boat number 875 from Hartsville, South Carolina. Sponsored by Jetworks, it's Charlie Smith. That rounds out your field of competitors here in our Sport GP class. 2 more races to go. Been a good opening day here, 2025. Beautiful weather, and special thanks to Sean and the East Coast Watercross crew for coming down to Lake Alfred to put this on. Great to see my good friend Sean Hagan here from the P1 Aquacross Series. I seen your limousine just outside here. We're going to go cruising in that later tonight.
Use his ski.
Well, congratulations on a great finish. Fist bump, buddy. Right on. Future star right there, Mac McCluggage. And I believe you can watch him on Facebook as he travels the world racing his bike. First watercraft race out here, and obviously a chip off the old block. All right, so I'm taking a look down here, and I see some sport boats, just coming to the line here. I believe that's Charlie Smith, 875. Got 5 sport boats out there. We started with 6 today. So somebody must have grenaded. I'm not sure. I see Skellett's boat over here on the sideline, but I see Skellett. Okay, that must be the stock boat. He's sitting in pole position out here with 2 what would be Region 7 Hall of Famers, Keith Dill and Michael Osborne, holding for him. Good to see you, Mikey. Keith, not so much for you. He knows I'm kidding. We'll be arm in arm later tonight over at Barrel 239. Tori Snyder down there again in the win in Moto number 1, and Smith, and then Charlie Smith, and then you got Johnny Smith on the outside pole with the human Cat Daddy holding him. Cat coming all the way down from Cleveland, Ohio, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I believe that's Glenn Young on the far outside. And Young got Dan Costello holding for him. All righty, here we go, Sport GP. It's time to go racing here at Lake Alfred. All right, then we get Princess looking down the line, making sure everybody's locked on, ready to rock and roll. And here we go. On the outside, looks like Glenn Young. Young did the same thing on that last race and then grenaded. And had a motor issue, and here they come down the front straightaway. It's going to be Hayden Skellett followed by Glenn Young. And then we got 110 of Tori Snyder, 72 Johnny Smith back there in the fourth spot. And then that's your top 4 here as we complete lap number 1. These guys are moving out. It's hard to believe that Hayden Skellett hadn't been in a race in 2 years. And I congratulate him on his studying to be an EMT. And that's awesome. I like to see these young kids go out and get further educated and not just drop the ball after they're done with school. And Skellett putting in a great performance here in Lake Alfred. So Hayden Skellett working his way through the chicane, and look at the lead already. That is Glenn Young back there in second place. Good to see Glenn back out here on the track. Tori Snyder rounding out your top 3 at the completion of lap number 3. So once again, I believe we got one more race after this. And then after we drop the checkered flag in the last race, podium celebration will be 30 minutes. 30 minutes after that last checkered flag has been dropped. Our scorers a chance to tally up those scores. Skellett, your race leader, and he is already about a half lap ahead of the pack. In second place now dropping in. Bottom left-hand side of the track. Working left to right in front of you, Glenn Young from Osteen, Florida. And once again, Glenn, sponsored by 77 Motorsports. Snyder still in third, Smith still in fourth. Looks like Charlie Smith rounding out your top 5. As I take a look down, just under 6 minutes, plus a lap to go. 6 minutes plus 1. which means the final race of the day, which is the Novice Watercross 1050 class, Novice Watercross 1050 class. You start working your way down to the start. Current time on deck, it's about 4:08. So we should definitely be able to get in this straight. Some time off these last several motos, so we can get off the water before 4:30. As there is a wedding right across the way, and we do not want to impede on their wedding. We appreciate them letting us come in their backyard. Great to see all the folks that came from up north down here. Now when you go back home, you can tell them, hey man, we had perfect weather, we had a good time, and you need to come down to the East Coast Watercross Series opener next year in 2026. Nice to see the pits full here, the first race of the season. Skellett, the only rider on the right-hand side of the track, that is your race leader. And Smith about ready to go a lap down to Glenn Young. As Glenn hits to get out of the gas and hit that chicane on the right-hand side. Snyder right behind Smith. And he's going to work outside, inside. And he's going to go and hit that, hit the penalty buoy. So Tori Snyder actually hit the Joker buoy, I should say. The Jet X Joker, far right-hand side of the track. Looks like Johnny Smith also hitting the Jet X Joker. Courtesy flags are up. 4 minutes left on the clock here. And this is the second to the last race of the day. Last race of the day should be working their way to the starting line. Glenn Young still in second place as he passes the SBT start-finish line. Once again, don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock, we're going to have a racer party for the 21 and over crowd over at Barrel 239. I'd like to show up in full force. I believe we're going to have some finger foods for us. Got some half-off drink tickets. Come on out and have some fun. We're talking to the old school folks that we have a lot of old school folks here, but I know most of them are going heading down there tonight. Looking at Johnny Smith. Smith getting past the lapper out there. Young still in second. And Skellett out of the throttle just a little bit. Only got about a quarter lap lead now over Glenn Young. Skellett up here, top left-hand side of the track, top right-hand side of the track, you'll find Young. And Snyder in third place. So no lead swap in there. 1, 2, and 3 have pretty much remained the same. Again, the Novice 1050 class, Novice 1050 ski class. You are the final race of the day. You should be working your way here to the starting line. Once again, final race of the day. We need you to the starting line. Between first and second right now as we approach the 2-minute mark. Current time on deck is 4:11. We're going to get done just in the nick of time. Once again, Novice 1050 class, we need you to the starting line. Skellett has lapped all the way up to third place as he just gets past Johnny Smith. Smith again on boat number 72, sponsored by Team USA. 7-7 Motorsports pilot Glenn Young maintaining that second place position as goes by Charlie Smith. And here comes third place down the front straightaway. Tori Snyder. Tori picking up again last year that Monster Energy sponsorship. Also sponsored by Jet Pilot, Jet Tribe, of course, Snyder Built, and Judge Motorsports. Skellett with a $1:10 left on the clock. And he's got time for, I believe, a couple more laps. We'll see if Wicked pulls out the white flag on this next lap. There she keeps it in her holster. So again, I believe Skellett crossed the start-finish line with 1:11 left on the clock. So he's at 32, 33 seconds. This is your lap time here from Skellett. Just blistering lap times. Yeah. So the white flag is going to come out for Skellett. He just ran a 41-second lap time in the Sport GP class. Smith and Osteen. Smith and Young, rather, going at it. Young from Osteen and Smith from Mims here in the Central Florida area. Once again, a little more race to go. Novice 1050 stock class. Where are you at? Okay, once again, awards will be 30 minutes after the lap. Put your hands together for Hayden Skellett, taking back-to-back wins here in the Sport GP class. Coming in just in front of Glenn Young on boat number 77. And boat number 1 working his way through the outside split right now. That's Torrey Snyder. He will end up third place. We're asking everybody to stick around. The awards are going to be 30 minutes after the last race. After this next race, 30 minutes after the next race. And we'll be doing the awards, I believe, right here in front of the East Coast Watercross rig. All right, Thomas Lambert and Max on the 407. Okay, you got them both? Fantastic. So we got both racers coming to the starting line. Only 2 racers in this next one. I know it's a little smaller race, but we are going to be doing some special interviews during this race as well. I believe we're going to be talking to Hayden Skellett, winner, and Glenn Young, who came through in second place, sponsored by 77 Motorsports. And we'll do that during this race. That way we can shut her down by 4:30. So I don't know if you heard me up there, Charlie, but we are going to do some interviews here as soon as they get off their boats and get up this way. Once again, Hayden Skellett, if you got a chance, come on over here. Taking his vest off right now. And again, we've got Glenn Young, I believe, who is also coming up, top 2 from that last race. Haven't had a chance to talk to either one of those. Well, I actually talked to Hayden a little earlier today. But we haven't talked to Glenn yet, and it's good to see Glenn back out on the water. Yeah, congratulations. So we got Hayden Skellett up here. Hayden, you can take a look at the camera. I believe Charlie's got the camera up there. Congratulations, back-to-back wins. How's it feel to be back?
Feels good to be back. I mean, right back to where I started.
Well, I'll tell you, we missed you for many years, but I'm glad to see you're getting an education. Boy, I could tell you've been going to the gym a little bit, too.
A little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, all your hard work and perseverance is paying off. Who would you like to thank for bringing you out here this weekend?
I'd like to thank the whole Skellett Motorsport, Wade Chapin for getting the boat together, Tim Judge to help get the boat. I'd like to thank my holders, Mike Osborne and Keith Dill, for being excellent holders this week and just helping me out all through the way. Atson Kawasaki for helping me out.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, that's really awesome. And you had 2 legendary holders there, too, that you just mentioned.
Yeah, two people I used to race and just have fun with. Now they're holding me.
Fantastic. Well, nobody's holding you back, man. Congratulations on the win in that Sport GP class.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Hayden Skellett taking the win. Glenn Young, come on up here next, and we'll go out to the water after I speak with Glenn. Glenn, congratulations, man. Good to have you back up here in the winner's circle. How you feeling, bud?
Yeah, not too bad. Just a little out of shape for this, and it's good to just get out here and try to support. I mean, East Coast putting on a great great event out here. I mean, they're on schedule with everything and all that's really going good. And we got a decent field with the sport guys out here, a lot of guys I used to race with. And Hayden, I mean, is just killing it. He's just flying out there. Obviously, he's like just fast as anything. But yeah, I mean, it's just good to get back out here and get some laps in and see how everything's going. And I appreciate everybody coming out here to, make this event happen.
I noticed that you're sponsored by 77 Motorsports. Is that you spinning the wrenches then?
Yeah, I do pretty much everything. It's just, I do a lot of stuff with UTVs and stuff and everything too, and I still do the jet ski stuff whenever I can. So, yeah, it's basically just me. I kind of came up with that, but yeah, I pretty much do a lot of my own stuff with all that when it comes time to it.
Well, I notice you got your wife Jen here with you too. How important is it to you to have her behind you all the way? I've seen her at every race you've ever been to.
Yeah, she's definitely 100% there for support, for getting stuff ready, whenever I get out here or whatever. So, yeah, it's without her, it would be a lot harder, that's for sure. I mean, it's a small team, but it works together, and it's what we can, make it happen and get out here and get some racing done.
Besides 77 Motorsports, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
I know my holder, Dan, and I don't know whoever else helped out. I appreciate those guys. And like I say, East Coast Watercross for putting on this event, and then Lake Alfred and everything, the city. I mean, it's a great event here, and everybody else just coming out, to support, and yourself out here announcing and everything. I mean, you're obviously the man that knows all this stuff and has been around it forever. So it's great to have you out here and everybody else making this event happen.
I'll tell you what, congratulations on the second place at second moto, and best of luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you at the awards. Glenn Young right there as we've got a race going on out here. We got only two riders in this final race, Thomas Lambert and Max Apalaka. Max currently sitting in second right now. Lambert in first. Lambert out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Part of the Tri-Cities area. I believe you got, Johnson City, Kingsport, and I'm missing one. Well, that's what happens when you get a little bit older. So once again, final race of the day. Time on deck at 4:20, ladies and gentlemen. And there's the 407 Max still in second place as they head on to the right-hand side of the track. Only 3:15 left to go here in this dynamic duo shootout. Again, only two races here. You're watching the Novice Ski 1050 class. So again, which means these riders haven't been racing for that long. I didn't notice any beginner classes today. And again, we invite everybody to stick around for the awards as I take a look. 5 o'clock. Once again, awards going to be right about 5 o'clock. So we invite everybody to stick around and congratulate all the champions of our sport in their different classes. Again, I'd like to say a very special thanks to SBT Short Block Technologies, title sponsor as Lambert goes past the SBT start-finish line. Now, besides SBT, we got Commander, another one of our sponsors, Moto Option, Hydro Flyer. Got to see the Hydro Flyer during the break today. That was pretty cool. Cabrera Motorsports, the IJSBA is our sanctioning body here this weekend. Special thanks to FactoryFade.com, JetX. That JetX Joker we've been working out. A couple people have been bitten by it. And then you got 10mm photo. You got Global Integrated Technologies, Aerial Fix, 139 Designs, Action Sport Graphics, the City of Lake Alfred, the Hot Slag Company, No Limits Metalworks, the Extreme Service Center, Hamburg Floor Covering, Hammerhead Tactical, Pro Rider Watercraft Magazine, Supreme Landing, and John Havel, and group down there, and Action Motorsports, Action Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, down in Bradenton, Florida. Located right on 41 as we are just about $1:15 left to go. So again, Lambert is your race leader, working his way down the back straightaway right now. Max in second over here in the bottom left-hand side of the track, now working his way down the front straightaway. Well, once again, it's great times, great racing. And a lot of fun had here this afternoon. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow, but don't forget, stick around tonight, 30 minutes after checkered flag drops here. Going to be about 5 o'clock. We're going to do the awards up here at the East Coast Watercross rig. Then we're going to go home, shower up, and head on over to Barrel 239. And here comes Lambert. Still 35 seconds left on the clock. So Wicked's going to go ahead, give him the white flag. So we are on the last lap of the first day of 2025. Going to be a great season. I can feel it already. Now you can follow East Coast Watercross on their Facebook page. Meanwhile, I look out there, and it looked like Max was doing some freestyle out there. I seen a tail stall as he came around that turn where the MasterCard buoy would be, where they come and catch the split up there in the top left-hand side. Checkered flag getting ready to come out for Lambert. And Lambert entering the split section one final time. So, again, just a couple more buoys to negotiate before we pack it up and head to the awards. Getting the awards going to be about 30 minutes from now, about 5 o'clock, folks. Once again, awards going to be about 5 o'clock. Right in front of the East Coast rig. Checkered flag comes out. Put your hands together for Johnson City's Thomas Lambert. Lambert takes the win on boat number 94. Max going to have to settle for a second place, and he's still got about 3/4 of a lap to go. So once again, special thanks to High Flyer, came out during a break. Thanks for all you racers who came up, did interviews with us for the live stream. Charlie, thank you. Great job with the live stream. I've gotten a couple of hits on my Facebook, and everybody says it's looking great. And from what I understand, I was talking to my buddy Sean down here, but Charlie, looks like you might have the P1 Aquacross job as well. So we'll be working together a lot here in the next couple of months. So once again, Max getting ready to come down the front straightaway one final time. Again, special thanks to Short Block Technologies, HydroTurf, as well as Black Tip Racing. All right, my boy Seth from the Cayman Islands in the house. Checkered flag dropping for the final time. Once again, awards at 5 o'clock. Awards going to be at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to sign off for now, but we'll probably see you over here at the awards ceremony. On behalf of all of our great sponsors and East Coast Watercross, my name is Mike Young saying so long. I'll see you at the awards, or if not, tonight at Barrel 239.